This is the project we're going to do today. This is done using art impressions, watercolored stamps, and some Tombow dual brush markers. And I was reproducing this project that was done by Dot, which I got this from the Art Impressions blog. And so this is where I got the inspiration for this particular one. Okay, the raccoon is from number 42.8, Furies TF. We used these two from 48.75, Garden Wagon Mini Set. And we used the two vines and the two small grasses here from the 5007 WC Foliage Set 3. We used the long stem flower here from 4868 WC Flower Set 2. And we used the bench here from the 5066 Light to My Path set. And so let's begin. Okay, I started out by stamping everything on a piece of typing paper just to make sure that the size of watercolor paper that I'm going to use, that everything's going to fit. And the first thing I'm going to want to do is stamp the raccoon. So I have my light box here, or my light pad, that I'm going to use to help position the raccoon. And I'm going to use my stamp positioner in order to position the raccoon. Let me zoom in. And I'll start by stamping the raccoon onto the acrylic plate of the positioner, and then I'll position that on my paper where I want it, and then I will re-stamp it. And I've created a mask for the raccoon, and I'm using a larger stamping positioner now in order to position the bench where I want it. Okay, and now I'll wet my number 4 paintbrush, and I'll squeeze out the water, and I am going to just bring out the lines here. Okay, I'm going to use some N15, put it on my palette, and color in the raccoon. Okay, for the bench I'll put some 526 on my palette. And we'll add some color to the bench. Okay, for the light, I'm going to use some 993. And I'm going to use my heat tool to speed up the drying process a bit. Okay, now I'm going to use my foliage stamps, and number 228. And I'm going to add some vines. Okay, and I'll place a little mask here just on top of the bench so that I don't stamp onto the bench. Okay, and now I'll put on the little grasses. And the smaller grasses here. Okay, now I'll take my brush and squeegee it off, and I'll just dab these vines here to kind of soften them up. Okay, and for the grass, I'm going to just swipe it in upward from the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to take my long stem flower, and I'm going to use number 177 for the green part of it and number 743 for the flower itself. Okay, and I'll take my paintbrush, squeeze off the water, and then just dab at the flower portion. Okay, now I'll use some 565, put some on my palette, and I'll dilute it out quite a bit with water, and I will fill in the sky. Okay, now I'll use that 565 and add shadow. And I'm going to take the fine tip of my N25 and I'm going to come in here and add some detail. Okay, I'll put some of the 177 on my palette here, and I'll add some ground color here. Okay, and then we'll just do some finishing touches now. A little more shadow underneath this guy's chin. Okay, and the last thing I'll do here is I will sign and date it. And this is the final piece, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!